It's a Monday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. It's a Monday. It's a time for the Monday chat with your host, Coco. Your
Hey,
lovely host, Coco. My man, Paul, the mayor of
Hey,
Asheville, North Carolina. And the
hey there.
lovely, divine, vacious Jude,
What up, peoples?
and I will be, and I shall be, and continue to be Semantic the Iconoclast, Mr. Quentin Moore himself. Welcome.
you get on my nerve.
Now, see, now that is an introduction. That's an introduction.
And every Monday he gonna do it from here on out. As I be trying to get right on the back end.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the communities, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. Tonight is, of course, Monday, so we're gonna have our Monday chat. Pretty much everything goes, everything on the table. A little bit more lighthearted than usual. So, y'all ready?
Hmm.
Dig in.
I'm here. I'm
So
ready.
this is my surprise one to start. I'm gonna start off a little messy. All
Oh
right.
Lord.
Uh-oh.
So, oh Lord. Me and Jude already had the conversation. So I decided for the guys, because this has been coming up, and I've been saying that, I'm always watching stuff and then talking to different people and all of this stuff. So, and the topic of submission came up a lot.
Mm.
So, what I found was a lot of people have different versions of what submission means to them. So, I was going to ask y'all, in your opinion or in your view, your perspective, what is submission in a relationship? Or I'm going to start with the guy. So, just take it and run with it. What is submission? Why are you looking like that? You got to think on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why?
Well, submission, you know, is the act of submitting to someone of a higher authority or something of a higher authority. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, there's different levels to this submission thing. No, different levels. Okay. In a relationship, you're always going to have a dominant and a submissive. If you have two dominants, it doesn't work. You have two submissives, it doesn't work. You have to have a X plug, Y plug fit together, causing them to blend. You're right, not really submitting. You're just combining your strengths and what you like versus your dislikes in order to have a harmonious relationship. Wow, that I got everybody quiet on that one. They were like, "Wow."
Okay. So, before Paul answers, no, go ahead. I'm gonna save it. Paul, you next. What is submission for you?
I'm
And
gonna, I'm, I'm gonna, I'm gonna piggyback off what Q said and just throw in there as well. Put compromise on there because you're
Right.
gonna have to compromise. You're gonna have to have a whole lot of compromising. And some people might look at it as being submissive, but in a way, it probably is. But you're compromising in order to keep harmony.
okay,
That
Jude.
goes.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Well, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
What I think
Jude.
submission is,
Mm-hmm.
um, what I say earlier, I forgot. I
Uh-oh.
because I think I got comfortable now. I think submission is um on the woman's end, right? It was what we think a woman submitting is, right, or submission in general.
I mean, you however you want to answer it.
I think it's stepping back and letting your partner lead in ways that without doubt or scrutiny, kickback, whatever. You know, knowing when to be like, you know what, I can do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you take care of that kind of situation with things. You know, letting your partner lead. That's what I think submission is. You know, and knowing when to lead and step back. You know, I think I
Okay.
said that right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny up here because most what I was hearing when I was found out, a lot of people were saying to submit meant to just like do, I guess, what if you guys would call it the dominant person say. And I was like, that don't sound right. So I took it upon myself to Google the definition of submission in a relationship, right? Just to give us some context on what we already talked about. So it says the voluntary act of a partner yielding to another's will, needs, or decision, often rooted in mutual respect, trust, and a desire to support the partnership. So my next question would be, with that be well, okay, with even with your ideas of what it is, do you think only one person in the relationship should be submissive, or are there times when it's alternated?
It's alternated.
It's compromise. I keep telling you it's about compromise.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta compromise. You can't be right all the time.
That's
Nobody is
right.
right all the time.
Yep.
Somebody knows somebody knows something more than what you may know, and it's good for them to be able to lead you on that, and you can learn as well as you might know something that they don't know, and you can lead them on it. So it's still all about compromising. You just submitting to somebody else taking the lead. Your partner, you submitting to your partner taking the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say this though? If you so a lot of people um get it confused. If you can't lead in something, you know, don't expect the person to submit in it. And fucking up on that, a lot of people look at submitting in the wrong way. Like a lot of people want to lead, but know, how to say, like in partnerships, relationships, there are people who know they aren't good at something, but because they feel as though it's their job to do it, they want to do it. So that's when you gotta, in my opinion, like stuff like that, like you gotta, like step back. Like a good example, like, all right, if you know you ain't a good cook, and you the wife, but your husband is a good cook, you feel me? um I feel like if that woman, if if that man cook better than you, he might submit and cook you more meals, but he shouldn't have to wash his goddamn drawers. He shouldn't have to clean the kitchen. Shit like that. Like y'all gotta have some kind of compromise. It's probably a bad scenario to use, but was it a good one? I don't know.
No, I get what you where you were going at with it though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little.
Nah, I mean, get your ass in this kitchen sometimes. Sit down here and learn how to cook too. I'm in cooking. That's what that means. No, I'm just joking. But you think you gonna just sit around and eat all the damn time? Nah, get your ass in here, sit over here and watch how I'm cooking and shit. And you're there cooking. Shit. Now, I was teaching my daughter how to cook at 3, so damn, get your ass on in here and learn how to cook. But nah, just joking though, yeah. Yeah, that's all it's about. That's why people, you don't have a whole lot of relationships nowadays because most people don't know. They feel like when you say submit, that means, oh, I got to do what somebody say. No, it's not about that. Well, I'm not going to do what you say. I'm not going to ask you to do what I say. I'm going to suggest things that we can do together. I'm not going to never tell nobody to do what I say. What in the hell? Who in the hell am I to tell somebody to do what I say? Well, I'm not potent and all this shit. Somebody say, man, you better get your ass somewhere and sit down. Mm, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
submitting isn't a control thing. It's more so you also what I was basically trying to say is I got it together now. You can't expect the person to submit to you if they don't feel confident and comfortable enough with doing so. If that person, if you don't set the tone for a person to feel comfortable enough, so I'm speaking on a woman's tip. If that woman can't feel like she can securely just, all right, I'm gonna let you handle that. She ain't gonna submit to you because she always gotta fucking step in. You feel me? She always got to do something. What's she gonna submit for? If she's the problem solver. You
Yeah.
should you feel me? Like, what does she submit for? And vice versa with the man. You feel me? A lot of y'all want y'all men to, submit to y'all too. It's not wrong with a man submitting either, but you gotta make that man feel comfortable enough and believing you enough that I can trust her with this. I
Hmm.
can let her handle this and I know she gonna do it. I ain't gotta come behind her and fix shit.
Right.
I agree. I think the most important part that I took away from it was definitely the compromise. But when I forgot which one of y'all said it about if they're like two dominant people, you can have a dominant personality.
Yeah.
The same, yeah, but at the same time, I think it can in a way, only because, but the person has to be self-aware to know, okay, this person got, X, Y, and Z. I think when it becomes a battle of who balls is bigger, or no, you're not going to do this. And I think that that becomes established, but it's not so much in the beginning. You're getting to know each other, like personalities and strengths and all of that stuff, right? So in order for it to work, somebody has to be like, well, all right, you got it. It has nothing to do with, okay, I'm trying to outshine you, because if you can't be with somebody and you got to be in front the whole time, it's never really going to work. No matter like who you are, you got to know when to fall back. So I think part of it is you just got to know when to fall back. And you had some people that think it's just no, do as I say. So a lot of things that I heard when it came to submission was like watching like different podcasts, talking to different people. Their ideology was all you gotta do is just shut up and do the hell I say. So if you have a voice, they feel like you're not submissive, when that's not always
That's
true.
control.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people confuse. That's why I wanted to ask you guys, because I saw that a lot of people were confused on I'm going to control the situation and you just do what I say, you don't have a voice, instead of the compromise come in, and in the definition, it says to yield and be supportive. So if there's a moment where, let's say Q and I together, right? And Q like, all right, babe, I'm gonna do da 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 da. I got this, and he got it all mapped out. And then I'm like, well, and then now we, instead of me just saying, okay, because this may be your strong suit, like you do IT. I
Right.
gotta let you do all of that. You get what I'm saying? If you was like, yeah, because I'm gonna set this up and do, I know my strengths are I can't fix stuff, I'm tech dumb and all of that. So it's nowhere where I know I need to fall back. And then even in certain situations, if we're out in public or whatever, I'm gonna be like, all right, chill. And I'm gonna let you do that and lead. You get what I mean? But then there might be a situation where if I'm more knowledgeable and I can handle the situation, but I think some people, and I'm trying not to sound cliche because there are women who do this too. If their partner has to speak up on behalf of the couple, they feel like it lessens their role. When that's not always true, because your relationship is your partnership. So I think a lot of people get the submission piece mixed up with the control because they don't look at it as a partnership. They just want to be in control of the whole thing.
I was just looking at the TV while you were saying that. And you know what I find amazing? That damn Dawn dishwashing liquid will get the oil out of a duck, but won't get damn spaghetti stains out of a damn plastic bowl. That shit crazy. The damn little duck was covered all in oil. They gonna come out there fresh as hell. But you can't get out. Okay. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's some real shit though, Paul.
That's
So,
true. That's true. That's true.
It is. Was that commercial just on?
Yeah.
I was like, listen to the same. I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? Like, but the same shirt. And oh, which Dawn is it? The platinum one, dude.
I
Now the
Shit.
washed my
regular,
dogs with Dawn
the
before I
regular
washed
Dawn
them
does
with
not. Now that, yeah, that platinum Dawn, yeah, that's the one that now that works. I will say that one works.
Yeah, dog works well. Listen, let me tell you something. So the vets use it on like when they find strays. They use other stuff too, but first they get dawn baths. So my dog, before once I wet them with the water, I wash them with Dawn, and then I rinse them, and then I wash them just to make sure because that pull out anything too.
So does the Dawn clean your bowls, the plastic bowls,
No, it don't get the
spaghetti
spaghetti
stains out?
stains.
Yeah.
Mine do. Well, how long are y'all letting the bowls sit? Because I use the Dawn Platinum and mine come out.
If you heat that shit up in the microwave, it do not come out them bowls. But I use glass bowls for my spaghetti now.
I just
It's
pour mine in the bowl just to hold it in there sometimes.
what kind of bowls y'all use? A microwave safe?
Probably not. Probably
I
not.
mean, I'm not heating mine up.
That could be the problem
Oh,
because
I heat
I don't
mine
be
up.
heating it up. I be pouring hot tomatoes. I mean spaghetti sauce in there, spaghetti in there, whatever eating out there, hot. And then when you get ready to put in the sink, shit, that shit don't be want to come out. The damn grease be in there and adheres to that shit.
Don, if y'all are Don, if this make it to y'all, we would like to test the theory to see, we are all give us 4 things of Don, is some we're gonna make spaghetti. And we're gonna see if it can get it out the bowl. We're gonna try it different ways, Don. We're talking black people spaghetti.
Platinum, but like I think if you're not using like that, if you heating it up in the microwave, you don't have a microwave safe thing. Yes, because it stains it and it sticks to it. So that could be it. But mine come out.
Mine don't come out. My Don don't come out the plastic. I leave a little orange ring around there.
Okay.
I mean not orange. Yeah, orange. Yeah.
What about it?
Do you use Dawn? Or you use
I use the Kroger version of Dawn.
Do it. Well, do your stuff come out?
Yeah. You want to know why?
Why?
Because my bowls are black.
Oh yeah, I got black glass
Why
bowls.
do I even be talking to y'all sometimes?
So I got no spaghetti stains because I wash it first when I finish, and then I dump it in the dishwasher and then wash it again and make sure that some bitch stays out.
Yeah, I don't be having that problem.
That's dope. But it stay in the bowl. But it only happens if I heat it up in the microwave in one of them little plastic containers. And I ain't gonna lie, my plastic containers they probably not microwave safe because they be the ones that I just use that I be having lunch meat in. And then I reheat them.
That's why they probably melting. So it melted into the plastic.
Yeah.
No, I got regular little Tupperware. I mean, I don't even put mine in the microwave like that. But I can. I put grits in them and stuff. Put them in the microwave. Be all right. Cook grits in them in the microwave. But I'm just saying something about that damn spaghetti sauce and adhere to them damn plastic bowls.
Well, that had to piss you off because you just changed the whole trajectory of the whole.
Because that is a scientific fact. Listen, I grew up, and I don't particularly put spaghetti in my little bowls I got from Walmart. I put them in them glass bowls because I don't like the stains from the spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, try microwave safe bowl.
What about styrofoam? When you put spaghetti on styrofoam, you can't get it off of there neither.
That is
first
true.
of all, why are you washing styrofoam?
No, I'm just saying you just can't get it off there. I'm not gonna wash it. I'm just saying stuff that spaghetti was stained that you can't get it off of.
Yeah.
You know what, Paul? I know what you've been doing. We're not doing this tonight. Nope.
Let me find out somebody out here washing styrofoam.
No.
Let me find out. Let me find out.
You can't get. I'm just saying you can't get no
I'm going to
spaghetti.
interview
We
them.
test on that stuff. We was running tests. Like you said, run some tests on stuff. We running tests on stuff.
60 minutes. I'm gonna put them on 60 minutes.
But that shit would come off them damn ducks.
Why are you washing styrofoam?
On extreme cheapskates, the lady
Yeah, they do that. They actually do that. Yeah, that's so extreme cheapskates. I said, look, this lady was recycling
spaghetti sauce.
Right. Where are we going with this? Because how we get with this conversation? Oh, because I got to get y'all back on track. And Paul, stop watching television. Please, thank you. Because now I gotta go. Now I gotta go back, and it's not gonna go in the order.
Mhm.
Okay, pick it back up. Pick it back
Go,
up. 1,
go ahead.
2, 3.
So picking it back up. Okay, so we're off of submission. So the next one was actually Q's topic. Iconoclast, antics, semantics. So before we came live, we had an off-screen conversation. So he mentioned some things about women and female hygiene. This is something that I know me and you always have conversations about because we like, different things, different smells, and all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do is let Q open up the conversation.
How am I gonna open up a okay? Well, we talked about this thing that women have a cup that they use for their period. So, of course, I'm going to sing "Your Cup Runneth Over." You smell like copper pennies, and it don't smell good at all. Copper, copper, copper.
Well, I didn't know you was going to make up a song. So the
Yeah.
song wasn't a part of it. So pretty much. So what
Mhm.
I will say about I don't think the cups are
I
I
don't
don't
think that's
think
hygienic.
right. Because I would see you're carrying around something that's just bouncing around with you, and I would see it like spilling out. So I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know. I've never used them, but and for me, I feel like it would add to a bad smell or like it just doesn't seem safe for me. Or maybe is that I don't know if that's something like they would use on a light day or whatever, but I just don't see. I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't
No,
use
absolutely not.
I will hope you wouldn't use it, Q.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh, but I don't think that
I
that's
would
like
I would use a styrofoam cup if it were me. But that's what I gather.
I,
definitely when you use styrofoam. But I do think with all the different things and different what I'm noticing there's so many different things and different materials that they want women to insert. Because what sparked the conversation with that was because I'm not sure. So for any woman watching, I found out something today. So at my appointment, I was explaining to you, they have this thing where you can do a self vaginal swab and send it off. So it's still the thin prep. You pretty much you take the what is the word? The swab, like how they would normally do, and you move it around. I think they say you do it 4 times. Me, I did it extra times. I wanted to make sure I got a good swab. So you put it in there, and then of course it's like a red line. You break it off. You put the stick inside the solution. They label it, and they send it off to the lab. So that's how they do like their test for like any type of like cancers or abnormalities or whatever have you. I thought it was kind of cool because there are unfortunately some females who don't like getting checked. So, or if you're uncomfortable with having it done, I think that's a way to ensure that more people get it done. And it's probably, um, because everybody worrying about, the invasive, or if you're worrying about, this is that and the third. So you can still get it done, send it off, and all that good stuff. I thought it was kind of cool. So with that, it came out into the conversation with the different cups and stuff. But I just think there's too many different materials out here for women to insert inside themselves, which I don't think is safe.
Hey,
I just said a lot.
Yeah, you sure did. Especially that last word. It stuff inserting into a woman. Okay.
Yeah, because when you think about it, you got the new. Okay, so even contraceptives, you have like so many different contraceptives. You have the NuvaRing, you have Mirena, you have the no plant that goes into somewhere else. But then when you have the different things for your period, you have tampons, you have the cup, and you have so all of these things are foreign things that you put into
Shit,
your body
you know,
to
you know what the other race is doing about that period thing. You ever heard of free bleeding?
right?
Okay, look that up. They just sit their ass on the ground, butt ass, bare naked, bare bottom, and bleed into the ground. It's those people.
It's always them, boo boo.
Yeah, they are. Do I was like, why would you want to bleed into the grass with your hoo ha? Why?
Because
Don't you realize?
they said we connected to the earth. You gotta give
Oh
it back.
yeah. Oh, fuck out of here. Ants live there. Worms, microscopic worms. Um, God know hell, maggots can crawl out from under the grass. You're introducing a whole ecosystem into your hoo ha. That's a
There's
lot
a real
going on.
definition for that though. It says, all right, so he's right. It says
Oh boy.
That's
the
a whole lot. But I'm saying that's just a lot of that. Look, that's about 6 different ecosystems going into your ecosystem. Okay, where does it stop? Okay,
Okay, so health wise, it says it can reduce the risk of toxic shock syndrome, TSS, which is associated with tampon use, though some people report fewer cramps as well. Um, it says important considerations, it's not dangerous, but it's important to practice good hygiene. See that we always get back to the good hygiene, and that's something there. That's
look,
there.
look,
But
blood.
this is the part that I don't like. Because, okay, so it says it's a personal choice for comfort and to reduce waste, or it can be a choice made out of necessity due to lack of access to product, period, poverty. Okay, that's a thing. From some, free bleeding is an empowering act that confronts the social stigma around
Straight.
while for others it can be messy and challenging. And it says no products, I guess, it's allowed to flow freely from the body. This is the part that gags me. Clothing. People who free bleed may wear regular clothing or use specialized absorbent clothing like period panties. Management. For those who free bleed at home, using a towel or dark colored clothing can help manage messes and protect furniture. So you just mess up your clothing? You just walking around stained.
Smelling like fish and copper.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I don't like that.
No,
Jude?
I don't like it.
Um, it's a hard no. First of all, I don't even like the gift that God gave us called Mother Nature, as we call it. I don't even like that shit.
Mhm.
Once a month, depending on your age and how 3 to 7 days of cycling. It's the worst fucking feeling in the goddamn world. I don't want no cup. I don't want no shit. I don't even want it. So to have me do anything, first of all, if I make a doctor's appointment and I gotta do the work, my insurance better not charge me that day. Insurance too goddamn high for me to be doing the work. Number two, number two, I don't want to be playing down there when there's other things going on down there. It's already nasty.
Yeah.
Number three, if it stink like Q was saying, you got something going on because even though you on, you should smell blood, not funk. Blood has a smell,
It's
but it's
copper.
not a funky, fishy, dirty smell. It smells like blood. That is
Mhm.
what it is.
Yeah, it's copper.
If it stink, don't do a self test. Go to the doctors. And if they try and make you do a self test, ask for another doctor. because you need to be safe. No offense to the self-test, Coco.
No, but it's not for that. If you going in and you saying, I think I got something, they do up. That's just like I said, because I wasn't due for anything. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's like more so for cervical screenings to see if you have any cells. That's more so what that's for, and I think that's actually kind of cool because you can do it at any time, and then you still get your Pap smears. That's not taken away from that, but that can also help detect. So for those who may be like, some people are really uncomfortable with getting exams or having something going. I think that's just like an alternative for those. I think it's kind of cool, but for like routine like cervical screenings or like cancer screenings, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I ain't playing around down there on my cycle. I don't want no cup. I don't want no cup. I don't want no, I don't. You know what I want?
To be left the fuck alone.
Exactly. Because I'm like the lady, or I'm gonna get you, sucker. What's wrong with you? No cramps. I'm like her. Leave me the hell alone, man. I don't want to be bothered.
I don't have those problems. So we're gonna get off them and get back to back to the relationship thing. Because Paul threw me off.
Oh, blame it on the rain.
So another thing geared towards the whole like submission thing and all of that Q brought up when we were having our conversation offline that we thought it would be great to talk about up here is love languages. And I wanted it to kind of go with the other one because it kind of ties into it, I think. Because I think also when it comes to being able to either be submissive or understanding where to compromise, you also got to know what your love language is. And I think a lot of people aren't familiar as to what their true love language really is. Q.
Yeah. Hell, I'm still trying to figure that part out about me. What my love language is. Sometimes my love language is all right. We saw each other. We spent 2 days with one another. I'll see you in probably like a week and a half. Well, I want to see you tomorrow. No, we spent too much time together. We spent too much time together. I need a break. My love language is peace and quiet.
That's not it.
Peace and fucking quiet.
That is not your love language. What is your love? Did you do the test?
Huh? Acts of
There's an actual love language test.
Quality time.
I've taken it, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I do. Let me tell you what, I do, because I think the more self-aware you know what it is, because some people don't realize what they truly need to express their feel, like how they express feelings or how they receive, or what's needed for reception. Like I know mine is communication, quality time, but communication is my highest one, and I know I do because sometimes I need to hear certain things and I need you to talk to me. But I think people forget mix up with the talking thing is like a lot of people don't know how to effectively communicate.
Yeah.
And so that's important even when getting to know people or when you're trying to like be in a get to know somebody in something. And I think part of that should be love languages. Like you should know what your love language is. But like me, I'm big on communication, but you know what I hate though? Especially when I'm getting to know somebody, text messaging. I hate it. Everything get misconstrued through a text message or taken the wrong way.
Well,
it depends on the tone and the text.
Yeah,
right. And even still, like if you read something like how somebody talk, but then it's like the response can be one thing. I recently, just had the same thing happen, and I'm like, I wasn't even there. I'm just like trying to figure out trying to decipher what yours was. You get what I mean? but sometimes it just can be misconstrued as to what it is. But uh, um, if you have a dominant or authoritative tone or personality, sometimes when people read that, I'm like, okay, I need to decipher which one of these are you. You know what I mean? Trying to be whatever. But yeah, I think it's all about how you communicate. But some people, they only communicate one sidedly. They can't see another person's perspective.
Yeah. Nor are they trying to see another person's perspective.
Yeah.
So no compromise. But yet still, the thing that always gets me, let me come back on camera. I had to rub my shoulder for a minute. The thing that always gets me is people saying how a text sounds to them. That always throw me off because I never will grip that. How does my text sound to you? We talking back and forth, we texting back and forth, chilling. We're not going through no things, nothing like that. Why would you say all of a sudden my text sound like I'm upset about something, but we steady going on with what we're going on with? How does a text sound? I mean, what is it that makes a text sound a certain way to people?
Well, they've
Written
been
communication,
people.
nonverbal communication is really important. Like written communication, there is a tone. There's like your how you write your words or what's done. Like if somebody say "go now," right? And you be like, well, what you like, or something like that. It all depends. They got an exclamation point, and then sometimes if you know the person or if you heard that person's voice, some people try to read it in a thing. It's the whole thing. You can tell when somebody being rude, and you know when you read something and it's okay, it's cool, and you know when somebody is being an asshole. It's just known. But for clarity, I think it's okay to ask if you're unsure. That's what I mean when a lot of things can be mistaken through a text message, especially if you don't really know the person.
Hmm.
It can be taken the wrong way, or it could be a preconceived notion that you already have about somebody. So you're misreading what they're saying. But for me, I think certain conversations should be had verbally and instead of non-verbally, or have more verbal conversation before you have written, especially when you're getting to know somebody. Because yeah, that should go down.
I feel like it depends on what the con. All right, so right, but let me go back real quick. Mine's is um, where's the affirmation and acts of service. I like I don't mind texting. I don't mind texting or talking. I'm like Coco though. When it comes to texting, it is a tone in the text. It depends on like, all right, you and the person talking, y'all. How was your day? My day was fine. Um, did you eat today? Uh, yeah, I ate today. Look, no bullcrap. Well, so this could be taken to. Yeah, I ate today. Somebody reply back. Well, what did you eat? They could be asking, but depending on like how a person talk, they could be thinking like somebody saying like, "Well, what did you eat?" With like
Mm.
says instead of saying like, "Oh, well, what did you eat?" You feel me? A
Why
simple,
you asking me that? It could just
yeah,
be like,
just
No,
the
me. When they ask me, did I eat today? I say, yeah, I ate. I took a shit. I paid a bill today. I did a lot of things today. I was very productive.
let's see if you text back on that. Somebody could take it one or two ways. I ain't asked you all that. Or, oh,
you being an
okay,
No,
asshole.
it can
they
continue it
usually
on.
say, I ain't ask you all that. So I text back. Why the fuck did you ask me if I ate or not? Of course I'm gonna
But see,
eat.
I think that no, and see, I don't like that because I think that's also a show of concern. You never know what the response could be from that, and I think that's just showing of concern for that person
Right.
about their well-being. To say,
Yeah,
hey, like, how was your day? Like, what you eat? You never know. She might. If you say no, I ain't eat yet. Well, what you want for lunch? You could be messing up the.
yeah,
If
you
I
you think
feel
that
me?
prefer for her. I prefer for her to say, "Q, we going out to eat. Don't eat anything. I'm going to pick you up." And I'm going to be like, "Okay."
Well, that's why she asked. That could be why she asked. Did you eat today? Well, hey, did you
Uh,
eat today?
of course I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, now the
you one
conversation
of
go to
them.
some.
You
Now
wanna
the
go.
conversation goes something else. However, if you say, "No, I didn't eat today. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat." Well, how about you don't go get nothing to eat? I was thinking about, man, you link up for dinner, whatever. That's why I say it depends on the tone.
And
Sometimes a
sometimes,
person can say something and the person on the receiving end could take it wrong and respond wrong, and sometimes the person can word things wrong. The sender can word things wrong. And so it can, but it all depends on what the conversation is. Sometimes what mood you in during that conversation and everything. Like the conversations to me, I think it, it matters. Just like the simple thing. What they did that test and realized that a simple letter K
Mhm.
is it triggers
Oh, that shit
everybody.
triggers the fuck
Like
out of
if
me.
you just send back and that people send that all the time. You feel me? You can just be like, "Hey, I'm on my way to something. Such I'm on my way to the store real quick to go grab something. Whatever." Your girl can text you K, and it's nothing there. But let y'all be, having like something, whatever words, not even a bad conversation, but just text K. Well, what was that for? You feel me? Nothing. I just said
Mhm.
okay. You feel me?
Because it's
So
dismissive.
it just depends on the conversation. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. And then and that's why I said over time, especially in the beginning, no, that's when you really get to know the person and y'all can decipher what's going on. That's why I think more verbal conversation should be had. But most of my shit go left through text. Or,
Yeah,
but
and
then I
I'm
also think the communication piece is also important for me because how you talk to me and handle me says a whole lot. Especially that also shows how if a person could be open or have like vulnerability because a lot of people want someone to be soft and vulnerable, but you got to create that has to be a space that's created on both sides
yeah.
and
So
a
that's
person
fit.
can't feel. Yeah, I'm
That
sorry.
fit more than acts or services. That's my other part. I'm more of an action speaks louder than words. Your actions to me means more than me. Don't talk about it, be about it. We can talk about all that shit all you want. That shit you can butter me up, but if you don't fall through on it, it means I love action, like the fall through behind things. When that shit speaks volumes to me. That's fucking sexy. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
going to do something, fucking do it. And me not have to fucking say it. Hell yeah, motherfucker, do it. Yeah, that shit. But listen, it makes it follow the follow up behind them words. That
Mhm.
communication. That's a good play there.
I agree. Paul just trying to figure
Yeah.
out how to fuck his text. Got it.
What you say, darling?
I said Paul's like, well, how my text got a tone?
Yeah, I mean,
It,
it's
it really
I'll
okay.
be
Let me give you an
looking
example. I just had I'm gonna say somebody text in a text message conversation, and I don't give the whole thing away because I don't want it to be too personal. So let's say if let's say Paul, I text you, right? You know how like if I just text you like, hey Paul, what's up? What's going on? Da 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 da, right? And then I go, hey, are you into? I might say poetry, right? And you go like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So and I ask you, well, do you have, let's say, Kit or app, right? And you go, no. And I was like, get it. And you be like, you act like what? What are you talking? Because that just like because that's so direct, and it's not like I said, okay, well, I can send it to you on there so you can see it. I need to send it through that. So can you like go ahead and download it or whatever? They can be received two different ways, depending on, you know, because it's more so like you might be like, you telling me what to do? Yeah.
nah, and then you saying get it, so it must be something hot. Shit. I'm gonna pick it up. Okay.
Yeah. So
See, I think on a different realm. Yes. Let me come back on camera again here. Damn. Okay, there I go. I have to keep
because
going up on my damn shoulders. Just whew.
peace and quiet is my love language.
So what do you talk about? Like, how is that your love language? Because now that part I don't understand. There's one thing like I understand like in your peace and quiet because I love my me time, but I also love the company of a man from time to time. You know, not saying it not excessively, but in order to have companionship, you're going to have moments. So I'm not going to say I always like my peace and quiet. So you just want somebody to just be there and don't say shit. What's the point of
No,
that?
no. If she wants to be there, she can be there. If she don't want to be there, okay, cool.
But I
I
mean,
got
when you say peace
PlayStation
and
5.
quiet, do she talk? Like, do she just sit there and be like,
Hell, I don't give a damn if she's Charlie Chaplin. Mute. Okay. If she comes over and not say a word and just wants to sit there, that's her prerogative. I mean, look, look. I'm a very easy person to please.
don't laugh at him?
I am very easy to please. I'm one of
Oh,
the I am one of those people. Hey, I go along to get along. Sometimes I tell them to get the hell on. But the thing is, if she wants to come, like here's what I call peace and quiet.
Okay.
Phone pick up. I'd be like, hey, be like, hello. Hey, what you doing? Just chilling. What? Well, what's going on? Nothing much. 'Cause nothing's going on. So you mind if I come over? I don't care if you come over. You come over if you want to. Well, you didn't tell me I could come over. I was like, I don't care if you come over or not. If you want to come over, you can come over. It's up to you. Ball's in your court. Well, you gotta you act like you don't want me to come over. Okay, fine, don't come over. Because now you're starting to nag me. When I told you you can come over if you wanted to come over. I'm not gonna force you to come over. You know what I'm saying? You can
Mhm.
I put the ball in your court. I told you if you want to come over, you're more than welcome. Okay? I'm not gonna sit there and beg your ass. Oh baby, please come on over. I'm lonely.
Okay.
No. Either you're gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it.
I
I'm
agree
not
with
gonna
that.
sit here and play. I'm not gonna sit here and repeat myself over and over and over again. Cause I do that enough at my job with 80-year-old customers who don't understand shit about technology. Having to repeat myself irritates me to the shit to my core. It irritates me to my core. That's why I always tell them I give you the option. If you want to come over, come on over. If you don't, all right, do what you got to do. I'll be fine. I got I got computers. I got PlayStation. Hell, I'm good.
So is that what you mean by peace and quiet? Like, so
Yeah,
when he gets there, like,
you know, if we can talk, we can talk, but don't bring me bullshit problems.
got it,
Don't bring me drama.
got it.
That don't bring me that 90-day fiance conversation
right.
because I don't want to hear. I don't even watch that dumb show or none of them dumb shows. So you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Doctor Now. I was like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck
all
is
right, take it
Doctor
back.
Now?
Okay. So, okay, you clarified your peace and quiet. Okay, got it. Paul.
I don't even get involved with none of that right now. And the language of love for me used to be strong communication and trust.
Mhm.
You know, because if I could trust you, then we could communicate. But if I felt like I couldn't trust you, show me a reason not to trust you. And the communication ain't there, and there's no love language. There's no kind of language at all. I'm very particular about being involved with somebody. So I guess that's probably why I'm alone now. But that's a good thing because, like I said, I'm focused on me and getting through life, the rest of life. And
Same.
I don't need the excess luggage. I got somebody I talk to, me and her, we cool. But I don't. that date. I'm like Q about that. If I say, hey, on Sundays and Saturdays I watch football. You call me and I say, well, hey, you can come on down and chill and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna be watching the game. Yeah, I got another room or whatever. You can go in there and watch the movies or watch whatever you want to do, whatever you gotta do. Chill. I come back and forth, check on you, make sure you're all right, whatnot. And you're gonna say, well, what time? Whatever time you want to. I'm saying, you just let me know. And you don't want to. You keep like you say, keep putting it off on me. You're deflecting. That is a nerve wracking thing. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but you gotta be able to trust somebody to actually communicate, and especially when it comes to your language of love with people, because I see nowadays people get confused with the language that they are used to hearing, which might be language that you're not used to saying.
Right.
So you gotta be careful with that too. It's a whole lot. It's more to it than meets the eye. Let's just put it like that. So if you gotta know what you're going after.
Yeah. I think it should be respectful. My issue is when it becomes not respectful. I get like I'm not talking about just disagreements. I mean, even when it's like simple conversation and it's like, okay, only one person's viewpoint is being respected. But if if your partner expresses themselves and then it's like dismissed, or because it may not be from your particular perspective, then it's like, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? It's I cannot think of it. It's like it's put down almost. Like it's meaning, like it has less meaning, it don't mean anything. I don't like that. I don't like when if I'm being expressive and then that person kind of makes you feel like shit for being expressive, or like, oh no, like da 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 da. And it's like, well, how tough you want me to be? I'm a woman. And I think that's the conflicting thing, especially that from my experience is what it is. It's like you want somebody to be soft, but then also you want it to hardness. I don't get that.
Yeah.
When your eyebrow go up, they turn into something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else on that?
That's back to compromise again, though. See, we still gonna keep coming back to compromise.
Exactly. But a lot of people I'm learning, even older, as I know we was talking about ages before we came on live. No matter what your age is, a lot of people really don't understand compromise. It's only compromise when it's in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
That shit gets on my nerves. I don't like that at all. Because it's like if I can give you your way, give me my way. I ain't saying all the time, but damn. You know what I mean? Like you can't just always have it your way. It's not gonna work.
Don't even do that at Burger King no more.
It seems like compromising uh is a complicated thing at times in today's age, because everybody is set in their ways and everybody want to do it their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they do things wrong, everybody want to do it because they can. And in today's society, when picking your partner, you just gotta make sure that you and that person both are willing to put in the work. Period. Like you can't, like when you if you are the difficult person, then you gotta find somebody who's willing to deal with your your difficulties. You feel me? Like not everybody is easy to deal with, and not everybody is meant to be in relationships. Once you figure that out about yourself, then if you dating somebody, if you out here dating and you dating people with intentions, you're dating people, but you have no intentions on settling down, but you're dating people with the intentions of settling down, you can't get tired of them talking to you about settling down because that's their intentions. You need to date different. You feel me? If you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all can't compromise on just general life things, then I'm not saying leave the relationship, but if y'all ain't going to work on y'all compromising to strengthen things that make both of you unhappy, then I mean you're dating the wrong person. You feel me? Get that together before you get married, so you don't marry the wrong person.
Yeah.
I mean, it just takes time and patience, but everybody want things to happen fast, and everybody want people to be who they want them to be, and nobody wants to change, even if they know that the things or the habits that they have are fucked up. Nobody wants to change, but it's inevitable. You have to. The work starts with yourself first. You can't expect things out of other people that you damn sure can't expect out of yourself.
Yeah.
And that's the expectation that most people have. They want things in their partners that they ain't even willing to give.
Yep, I agree 100%. That reciprocation is a motherfucker. And I think some people hope on a reciprocation for like material wise, and it's not just that. That emotional piece and just the sincerity of even just, you know, being there is different for some people. And I think it's also important to understand like what that look like for some people. I agree with everything like you said. Some people really don't get that at all. So my next question is, do
Did I
you
hear you curse? Jude did say the truth. She said a whole mouthful. But did I
yeah,
hear you curse?
huh?
Did I hear you curse? Did I hear you use profanity, young woman?
Who
I
me?
can believe my ears. I
Me?
said, did she curse?
Who
Did I
me?
hear that, Q? Yes, you.
I probably did.
Okay, I just wondering. I didn't think I was over here hearing subliminal thoughts coming through the waves there.
No, I probably did. I got another okay, so I got another question that kind of ties into that. This is something else Jude and I had a conversation offline. So do you think it's possible, and I'm really curious for the guys, do you think it's possible for someone to become too comfortable with being alone? Let me explain that. When I say comfortable, because I'm full understanding there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Like you have some people that are really at peace and comfortable and they're not lonely. They enjoy their me time. But then sometimes depending on the length of time they've been by themselves or really not, you could have, got to thing off or been with somebody here and there, but not in a committed relationship. And then sometimes that the idea of having somebody could be kind of scary or off-putting, or you may be unknowingly not ruining but pushing people away because you're so content with being by yourself.
Oh, that's simple. I'm king of that shit. Pushing people away, pushing shit. I'm the long arm of the goddamn Lord with that shit because it's like I've been alone for so long. I'm used to it. Now I don't even know how to be in a relationship now because that means I'm gonna have to spend time with that person when I could be spending time playing my games, being just doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Then I gotta listen to their bullshit. I gotta compromise with their bullshit. And then I gotta feed into their bullshit with my bullshit. And I'm not sure how they are able to fix my bullshit when I'm trying to fix my own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's an intricate web. But when a person has been alone for a long time, relationships are very difficult for them to be in because they are stuck in their ways. They're used to doing what they've been doing. And if it works for them, that's what they're going to stick with. There's nothing that will make that person change their mind about it. You know, people, I love people, but I hate people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just wish that there were less people around. Like, take all the stupid motherfuckers off the face of this earth, put them on one side of the island, right? Take the stupid motherfuckers, put them on one side, or put them on an island. Don't give them sharp utensils to use. Give them plastic to use. Let them fight amongst themselves. Let the intelligent people inhabit this earth. Put the stupid motherfuckers over there. I don't mind being with people. I just don't like being with stupid people. And it's a whole lot of stupid people out here. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Like, like, like negative kindergarten level, negative kindergarten level retarded. Okay? Negative kindergarten level retarded. You ask somebody, um, why did you why do you feel that this situation that we're in America is a good situation? Why do you feel that way? Oh, because we're getting lower grocery prices. Lower grocery prices. Man, look, we got all kinds of weird shit going
Did you
on.
just change the subject?
Yeah, I did.
Boy,
But
we wasn't finished yet.
it's going to tie in. It's going to tie in to what I'm telling you.
Because I'm like, where is he going with this? But before you tie that in, did anybody else have something on that?
Paul is over there crying.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Jude,
Paul is over there crying. I got Paul over here crying. What the hell? Yo, you got your mic off, man.
because,
I know.
because I'm like, where is he going with this? I know this is
I
not the
know.
question that I had asked.
Why'd you have your mic off? I need to hear that laugh.
Real quick, all the stupid people put on one side of the island with plastic.
Like,
plastic
Yeah,
utensils.
that's what they need to do. They need to take stupid people. It's a whole lot of stupid people,
Yeah.
especially in this country.
Whew.
Put them
Like,
all
we're
on
not
one
saying
island.
that. Stick to the topic. Stick to the topic.
That is part of the topic. I don't like
Yes,
being
it is.
around stupid people. And
But-
that's why I don't want to be in a relationship, because it's just too much goddamn stupid shit out here. Stupid.
So before you
These ni-
continue with the growth, don't bring in that part because we got a whole segment for that. We ain't there yet.
But it ties into what I'm saying. It ties into the whole people thing. It's stupid. Okay. Look, we all know human beings are herd animals. Okay. We all know that. We believe safety in numbers. It's safety in numbers, right?
Are you gonna go too far off? Because I want to get there.
No. It ties into what I'm saying. It
Okay.
ties into what I'm saying. We all believe in safety in numbers. Okay. Most people feel like they need to be in a relationship because I feel like so I need to have somebody and blah 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 and and what happens when I die? Who's gonna bury me and blah 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 blah. I don't want to be alone. I hate being alone. Okay, we've been programmed by commercials, by TV, by corporate America. If you're not at this level at a certain age, you ain't shit. If you're not married by a certain age, you ain't shit. See what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? That's why they kept pushing relationships. That's why you kept seeing commercials where, a happy husband, happy wife, and all this, got that 2.5 kids, and then another 4 somewhere running around somewhere in North America that you don't see. But the problem is, most people are stuck in their fucking ways. Okay? They're used to being alone. Okay? Me, I've always held that philosophy. Born alone, die alone. Meaning, I came into this world all by myself. I'm going to leave out this motherfucker by myself. No one is coming in that casket with me.
Okay.
No one is coming in that casket. And they were like, well, don't you want people at your funeral? I'm like, how the fuck am I going to know who's there? I'm dead.
Okay, time out. Now, I will say this. One of the things I don't want is I'm okay with being single. I don't want to leave this earth without having companionship. That's the thing. Because I have seen what it looks like for someone to leave this earth with no companion, nobody, no support. And that is I really truly felt for that person or those people, as composed to someone who not even necessarily had to be a husband, but just with a support system or people who, it's just two different ways. And I think no one wants to leave this earth knowing that they didn't mean something to someone. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I get
In
that
some way,
part.
shape, or form. So I think that's where that saying kind of comes from. But I do agree that sometimes we become so complacent with ourselves. Like we scared to share our space, we scared to, do all of these things. But it's like where do you
We're
find
scared.
a
We're
medium?
scared. We're scared to share our space because we're scared to be criticized about our space. Okay.
No, but my biggest, and I shared this with you, my biggest fear is being with the wrong person. That's
Yeah.
when you do the work and because like someone asked me before, like, why you single or why certain things didn't work or whatever. And it's like, could I have been in some things before? Yes, but I wasn't, and I'm honest, I wasn't when those opportunities were there, I wasn't in a space where I could receive it and reciprocate, right?
Right.
Two different things. So I couldn't do that. That kind of dwindled off. I said, but when you get in a space now where you're like open to it, you run into different things, and then when they start getting close, you're like, ooh. And it's like because now you gradually you start to share your space. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
as it gets thick and all of those things, they coming over you in their space, they in your space. So it's kind of like, oh shit, this getting real. And then you start to spend more time together.
Yeah.
And that's
You know how they do that though? You know how women do that? Women do
women.
it. Yeah.
Well, it's not just women.
They will leave. They would probably leave their panties there for that they went there for, right, to the guy. They'll leave their panties there. The next thing you know, they leave their toothbrush there. Then 2 weeks later, you start noticing items of clothing that they're leaving there, like they're like a dress that they had dry cleaned and they put it there. Now, I'm gonna spend the night with you, and then I'm gonna go to work, and then I'm gonna come back to the house and change clothes, and then we're gonna go out, and then I'm gonna go home, and then she never goes home. Next thing you know, 6 months down the line, she's taking over your closet. I'm like, hold up. We've been dating for 6 months and you ain't paid every bit of this rent that I'm hosting. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? You you you, you
Women
are
do
gradually
women do that
moving your
though.
shit.
Men. So that's
You
the
are
truth of
gradually
though,
moving
because
your
we
shit
always
in my
get blamed for
space.
that. No, we always get. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna call it even. Like listen, because men do that too. They will like, okay, they stand right, they leave a toothbrush, they leave a shirt, or they start like, I'm gonna get something sent to your house, and boom. Next thing you know, you like, okay, you got a lot of shit here. And then it's like, okay, cool. So that goes two ways. Then we're not just gonna blame women because
Yeah. I wish y'all could see my face with this because I was about to say, I don't know about y'all, but when I'm dating,
Whoa.
let me just make something very clear. I am 100% in a relationship, and my girl even laughed because when I was dating, you was not leaving shit at my goddamn house. Give a damn who you are. You don't live here, and I wasn't leaving shit at your goddamn house because I don't live over there. I don't need nobody asking or who is this? Bitch, don't worry
Mhm.
about who I am. And don't worry about who over here. If we are dating and I'm open dating and I'm honest and I'm dating other people, don't leave shit in my house. And if you do, I'm probably gonna throw that shit in the trash. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna throw that shit in the trash. Cause if I'm having a different company, I don't need that motherfucker asking me why is you here. That's why if I'm dating you, that's why I bring to the other part when I was saying
Yeah.
like if you
I,
dating
I,
with intentions, fuck that. If I'm dating you with intentions, I'm dating you. I'm dating you.
Yeah.
Eventually, I might want you to leave some shit in here. If I'm letting you spend the night, I don't mind. But when I'm ready for you to go, I'm sending you and your shit on too. Especially
yeah,
if we
shit.
dating, you don't live here.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
you,
agree.
man. What is your address so I can drop
I
it
agree.
off?
I don't even leave the rubbers that I use after I use them. I take them
I
with
hope
me too.
not.
Cause
Agree.
I take them with me too.
I cannot with you,
Cause
Q.
I
I
ain't
can
leaving
fucking
shit at
not.
that woman's house. I ain't leaving shit at her house. Nothing.
Oh, oh
Nothing.
boy.
She was like,
Not for
"Why you taking the rubber? Why you taking the rubber out of the garbage can?" I was like, "I ain't leaving it at your house. I don't trust you like that." What? Cause what if you do the baby? What if you do the syringe treatment on me? The
Who
baby
gonna
battle.
answer J?
But
Who
see,
gonna answer
but hold
JJ
up,
on
hold up.
YouTube?
Let's say,
I'm gonna let the guys answer that one.
but I was gonna say, back in the day though, when you was dating back in the day, I remember when I was in the through the teens and the 20s. Shit, you always had your shit in the motherfucking garbage bag, a Glad garbage bag, cause you never know when you're gonna get put out, especially if you're dealing with somebody, older women and shit, even some of them crazy ass younger women. But I mean, that's just how it was back then. So that's another thing. But what you saying?
It's on the screen. This is a question for you guys.
I like this woman I delivered food to, but I get nervous at times. So how do I approach her? Cause I like her a lot.
I got one question. How many times did you deliver food to her?
Right.
Because you said you get nervous at times. So did you deliver
What
it
you
one time or is it like
what,
a
what he need to
constant
do
thing?
is sack up. Okay, sack up and and just put it all out there. Say, hey, look here, lady. I've been noticing you from
Not
afar
look here,
away.
lady. What? Oh
And
my God!
I've
Look
been
here,
I've
lady.
been noticing you from afar away, and I want to get to know you. Okay, I don't want nothing to do with whatever past you had. I don't want to know if you got an OnlyFans, and I don't care. I like you and I want you. That's what
don't
he need to
Yeah.
do.
I'm
don't
down for look
fucking
here, lady.
don't
What?
listen, do that but not that. Do that but not that. Just
You
shoot your
did that
shot.
serious though.
Just
Look at
shoot
his
your
jaw.
shot, my
Sack
guy.
up, sack up,
Yeah.
sack up.
That's why I said shoot
Shoot
your
your
shot, my
shot.
guy.
Shoot your shot, man. Because look, you only got one time on this earth. Okay, it doesn't matter if she says no. Okay, if she says no, hey, life's great. That's one less headache you got.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
You have
Oh,
such a skewed outlook on this whole
You
subject,
and
lady.
all
cannot come
and
in
and
with
all you
headache
gotta do,
behavior.
all you
And
use
talk-
that you use that as practice. Okay, use it as practice. When she says no, move on to the next one. Man, look, 1,000 no's, that ship will still launch. Okay, all it takes is okay. She might slap you, J-Man. She might slap you. So what? At least you got contact.
She's a
listen,
Okay.
listen,
hold on,
listen,
she's a
Jay.
mouthful. Why would
Jay,
she slap you? I don't think you would want to mess with a
Look,
domestic.
I think what look, JB, this is what you need to do, player. Like I told you, you just need to go ahead and lay your cards on the table. Let her know, look, I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way.
You.
You will not be giving out no more advice on this damn thing. You
Jay, give her a compliment. First of all, answer my question. How many times did you deliver food to this lady? How many times did you see it? How often do you deliver food to her?
But this is concerning because he says she might slap me. She's a domestical.
No, it was the approach. What I'm saying, what I'm saying, I like you, and I
Yeah, I
And
want you.
want
like,
So you only delivered it one time. Oh, all right. So now you gotta run into it unless she
no,
order
no,
food again.
no, no. Have her
Don't go
order
back to
food
her
again.
house.
Have her. She had to walk. Hey, if that's what you like, go after it, man. Go after it. You're in America, okay? You are in America. Americans go after what they want, don't they? We go after what we want. You know, I saw a woman that was married. I didn't give a shit. I told her how I felt. I said I like you and I want you. I want to beat them cheeks. She told me no. So guess what? We didn't have any more relations after that. We stopped talking. And I'm the better man for it because it doesn't linger in my gut. I'm not sitting there thinking of it like, what's she doing? I know she with somebody else, but I wish she was with me. What's she doing? I wonder if she's thinking about me. No, she's not. That's why you need to. That's why you need to.
You
You need
definitely
to.
come up in the conversation or two, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She probably told her the other dude about me, and I'm like, yeah. So I guess she is thinking about me. You know, we need to have, we need to set a boundary or something around here because it's getting ridiculous.
What with the women?
Yes, these women. Listen. I just what I don't understand is like I was on that Facebook dating, and I ain't ashamed to say I'm looking on that thing. I'm looking on it. Well, there's some thirsty women on that thing, thirsty people on that thing.
oh,
This
that's
whole
the yeah, because
that
baby,
that look all these dating apps, boy, it looked like the Sahara Desert. All this thirst.
everybody's selling coochie and penis. That's
Yeah,
all they
yeah,
selling. Coochie
yeah.
and penis. Coochie
Motherfuckers
and penis.
selling coochie for Xbox cards.
What?
Okay. Yeah. One lady told me, she say, my birthday is coming up, right? I was like, happy birthday. She was like, so what you gonna get me for my birthday? I said the same thing I got you last year. Nothing.
She wait a minute. So they wanted Xbox cards? I'm
Yeah.
confused.
She's like, well, if you could get me an Xbox card for my son, I'll come chill with you. I'm like, look, I don't know who this little nigga is that you trying to get this Xbox card for, but I ain't his daddy. Okay.
It's giving the
And
son made a fake page for his mother so he can get some Xbox cards. That's what that's
yeah.
giving.
She wanna
He
give me some coochie if I
the son.
she and well, I don't have a car. I'm like, well, how the hell you gonna get around to my house then?
They wouldn't.
Right. If you get me these Xbox cards, I'll take an Uber to your house. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Kiss my ass. You think you got me fooled? You ain't got me fooled. You gotta wake up very early in the morning to fool me. Okay. Very early.
That being said, Jay Jackson, 8732. Don't listen to Q. Don't you over here listening to Q.
No, no. He needs to take the direct approach. He needs to find out everything. Put all the cards on. Because if you do this walking around, hey, and then 2 days later, hey, and then 3 days later, hey, how you doing? You scared to talk to them? Man, be a man and sack up. Okay, sack up.
What's the direct approach?
Sack up.
Okay,
Just walk up to
let's do the
just walk.
hold on.
Exude confidence.
Okay, so let's do the
Confidence.
scenario. Okay, let's do the scenario. You, Jay Jackson, 8732. I'm gonna be the person, the lady they deliver to, right?
Mhm.
All right. So direct approach. Let's go. How would you come on?
Hey, look here, little mama.
I
Let me talk to you. I know you gonna dig my rap, but you may not dig my rap. But look here, little mama. You know, I noticed that. I noticed you were walking, and boy, it just made my TikTok just start TikToking, and I felt the panic strings of love in the air. So what I want to do is, I was noticing that walk, boy. It looked like two hams going together, rubbing together. Yes, Lord. And I was like, yes, Lord, I got to make that mine. So let me ask you something. Do you want a fish sandwich? Would you like a fish sandwich? And she said,
Is she from Baltimore? Is all I'm going. Hey, is she from Baltimore with that kind? Oh,
no, sir, I do not. Not with
okay.
your
Oh,
You don't like a okay, okay. Hey, sweet thing. My name is Marvin, the Marvelous. I looked at you, I saw you, from across that hall, and I was like, I wonder what she's like. I wonder what she's thinking right now. She's in this new place, and you look alone. You look like you need a friend. So here I am. I
Damn.
am your friend. Would you like a drink?
No.
Why not?
Oh, you look lonely.
Why
No,
not? Why not?
no. No.
What you try to make me out to be a creep or something? You think I'm a creep?
Did
you
you
sound
I'm
like
trying to
it.
make I'm
You
trying to make your
sound
day
like
better.
it.
I'm trying to make your day better. Hell, I'm I'm trying to make your day better by just me being in it.
Oh wow. Well, no.
All
Mm-mm.
right then. All right, so you don't want a drink. So here's my number. If you feel like calling me, you can call my number. If you don't, I will understand.
Have a
Now,
nice day.
I want you to have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever it is, and don't order that thing that's special on the menu because I saw they were spitting in the back. I came from the back.
Yeah, don't ever listen to Q. Do not ever listen to Q.
Coco, this how that conversation gonna go. Ring. Hello. Girl, look, this how it's gonna be. Girl, let me tell you about this crazy motherfucker I just met today. Motherfucker wanted to be talking about something. Hey,
Sweet
sweet thing.
thing.
Yeah. And you know what we gonna be doing? What he say, girl? He's a
Hey,
fucking
Foxy
sweet
Mama.
thing.
What's up,
Beat the
Foxy
fuck out
Mama?
of me.
And you know I'm an impersonator, so I'm gonna have to do the whole scenario.
Mm-mm. Can we talk about what Donald Trump said real quick
Yes, let's talk
before we?
about that
All
Which
right,
part?
because
all
we
right,
got
all right.
30 more minutes to go.
Listen, I wrote some things that I said. Donald Trump said he want Pam from the what is it, the GP
Stand
people,
beyond it.
the DOJ and the FBI to investigate the Democrats that involved in the Epstein files. Um, and then Donald Trump said, uh, what he say? The Epsteins was only friends with the Democrats. That was his only friends. And then he said, not to compare MLK and Kennedy to Epstein, but they already given us 50,000 pages of evidence, and no matter what they give us, it's never enough. And then my question is Donald Trump undercover or is he bisexual?
That dude is gay. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. Look like he jacking off two dicks and shit waiting on a payload with that stupid dance that he does. Yeah, yeah, I said it. Um, all you got to do is look at that video on YouTube that I posted, and you'll see it. You'll see the correlation. And I was like, why is his campaign, the whole campaign, he had YMCA playing? That's kind of suspect. That you would think that's not the rep. I'm like, Why is he playing YMCA at all his rallies? Where he don't like gay people. YMCA is the gay. That's the gayest song out in the top 40, in the history of the top 40. I'm just telling you, like
Village people, that village people it was.
right, and he's always doing this stupid ass dance and shit right here. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
That's all he
Look
do.
like
He old. He like 80.
Look. The way he moves his legs when he does that fist dance and shit, like I was like, he's trying not to shake that colostomy bag. That's
Kenny
down there by his leg.
Listen. I want to say this real quick because I got do something real quick. Not only Democrats in the Epstein file, pedophiles in the Epstein file, and I feel like Donald Trump is just trying to figure out any type of way he can to, distract the fact that he's in there and at all fucking period. But to try to, this just what pisses me off is to try to clear yourself. You just try to point out a particular party as pedophiles. That alone let me know that you're guilty for whatever the fuck they say. Even if you didn't do it, I feel like you did it. But in my looking at other stuff out of his own mouth, that nigga sat in the Oval Office and said not to compare MLK and Kennedy to Epstein, and then compared, giving up 50,000 pages on, I guess, classified information on them to justify why the Epstein's file shouldn't be released because he's in it. Any man or grown ass woman, that justifies any adult taking advantage of children, don't deserve to be the president of the United States. And the fact that it's happening in our face every day is highly fucking disturbing that man can sit up there and just ignorantly just say some shit like in his ignorant audacity ass. It's just fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm getting the cussing. But Trump's a pedophile. Besides his sexuality, like that pedophile shit just stick like out more than anything. Why the fuck is he the president, and why is it still people following him? That is the most sickening part out of it all. That he still got supporters.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because they sick themselves. Sick people follow others. Yeah.
This country, damn it. Let me step in for a minute, Q, so you can get you a breather. This country and these old ass white men and they relatives are still around here now, some of these old ass relics like Trump and them, were based on pedophilia, having sex with kids. They love that shit. That's why the kids and women are the least protected beings on this planet. No matter where you go, the kids and the women are the least protected because they just feel like they are there for their pleasure. It didn't start with no damn Romans and all that shit. That shit started from the beginning of time with pedophilia. And these motherfuckers today, they just it's sickening. But see, it's been around though. It's even touched our community, so it's been around.
Yeah. That shit been around longer than the Romans and the Greeks.
And that's why these motherfuckers supporting it, because see, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. You can say all the shit you want to say, yeah, man, these motherfuckers here, the pedophile party, all this shit. Oh, and just like Trump at first, he's saying, no, it's all a big hoax and all that shit. Now he wants to sing a different song because they're releasing all these documents and shit.
Yep.
He gonna try to get all that shit, had all that shit redacted and all that shit, but man, the shit get ready to fall apart on their ass, and I don't know what to tell them. They keep following Donnie. Donnie already got himself protected. The motherfuckers following him around, they the ones gonna need some protection. Because it'll all fall down.
Yeah.
Morally, that shit wrong, and it's eating other people. He mad at motherfuckers for having to change a heart. Like when you really get down to the nitty gritty of it, like nobody should have really agreed with keeping that shit. Like, what are you hiding? It's not even what are you hiding. It's just the fact that how many other people are probably gonna get in trouble with that shit too. It ain't just him that's hiding. He just a big figure, and he just a big joke right now. But that shit gonna expose a lot of people.
Somebody wants the link.
I think
Jay
he's gonna be the
wants the link.
scapegoat though. I think they're gonna use him because right now he's at the forefront, and especially with all of those emails coming in specifically geared towards him, and that's why they're probably starting to vote. They're probably like, we're gonna make sure all of his stuff come out, and they're gonna try to hide their stuff.
Jay wants the link.
All right, send it to him. He bullshit. He be lying. He ain't he ain't coming up.
Yeah. You know,
I really think
man,
I really
and,
think that's what
and, and
it
you,
is. They
you
can't
know what's so
avoid.
disturbing? You know what's disturbing though about all of this? The
But
people, the facts have come out, right? Facts have come out about this, and people are still in denial. I'm like, because they come on my page and argue with me and shit. And I'll be like, these motherfuckers, like, who the fuck is this? Oh, yeah, okay. Let me set this little asshole straight right now. Okay. Donald Trump is a fucking pedophile. He was like, you're crazy. You're crazy. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I was like, oh, you threatening me now. Because usually when somebody says come at me, I take that as a threat. Like you want to fight. I don't want to fight because if I fight, I'm trying to kill. And I don't want to go to jail. I'm too pretty to go to fucking prison. And I'm too small. They'll have me bent over in 12 hours. I'd be like,
oh my
You be like Q-Tip in
God.
that
I
movie.
don't know why.
What was that movie?
yeah,
Damn.
because look, I already know I ain't got no friends of that motherfucker. I ain't trying to make no friends of that motherfucker. I already know I'm at a disadvantage. So I'm gonna have to fight my way from getting fucked. Okay. Look, pedophile. This country was founded by pedophiles. It was also the people that follow this MAGA bullshit. This MAGA bullshit. I've already exposed half of them. They don't know what the fuck they're following. They don't. They don't know what they're following. They just want to follow Donald Trump because, oh yeah, he's got a lot of money and he's gonna fix the economy. Okay, how is somebody who has bankrupted their casino 6 times gonna fix anything? Let's make that make sense. Okay, and that's what I was like. He bankrupted his casinos. He went through 6 bankruptcies, and you expect this asshole to fix the economy? Okay, that's like giving a fucking kid, that's like giving a toddler a loaded gun, praying that he ain't gonna shoot.
What has he done
Knowing
with the
he
money
will.
from the apprentice? What has he done with the money from the apprentice?
That part. Look, that guy's been grifting ever since grifting was a word.
He's a grifter.
Right.
He's a great grifter.
He's a grifter. And everybody's like, well, he's not taking a salary. I was like, bullshit. Yes, he is.
This
He's
motherfucker
taking a
been making
salary.
Bitcoins and everything. This mother getting rich, man. This mother.
That's why he's trying to do this the whole stimulus thing. And you know, I came across somebody, I forgot who it was.
Ain't
And
nobody getting no damn check.
no, but hold on. So it was somebody I can't remember, but it was one of us. It was a conversation. I forgot where I was, but they were like, "Well, yeah, I mean, I'm all for him if he give up the check." And I said, "So you would really think?" I said, "One, that's all it takes to get your support is 2 stacks." And then I said, but then when you really looked into it, because he threw that out there before he even confirmed with the financial advisor, whoever from his camp, about how this would be done. And then they came out, it was right after one of the Senate votes. And when they was asked a question, the representative stated, well, first of all, and that's literally how they said it, we have to figure out in what form it would be because it would not be in a check form. So pretty much what they're saying is it could be in a credit. So because they're raising insurance credits, I mean insurance premiums, they said that can go towards your insurance. It can go towards your registration or your motor vehicle stuff, anything like that. But they're trying to find a way to not give American citizens the actual money, but give it back in the form of a credit. Why? Because they get ready to raise taxes and all of that stuff everywhere, like even more than what they are now. And they're going to say it because they're going to say we lost a lot of money during the shutdown. So they're using the shutdown as a scapegoat to raise
Yeah,
taxes.
yeah.
They want to
They
take all
what?
the money out of circulation so they can keep track of everybody spending by using cards and all this shit. Now they
Mhm.
done stop making pennies, so now they're gonna be when you gotta round up. No, I don't want to round up shit. Y'all got pennies in circulation, still give me my change. Well, you ain't gonna round my money up, round it down. Give me a dime more than what you trying to give me. Don't give me no less money. Come out rounding up. I'm through with that shit. I'm gonna keep the pennies I got. But what they won't do is take the money out of circulation, have everybody using the damn debit cards, credit cards, this card, that card, bingo card, jack card, Bobby card, Billy card, all these fucking cards, and know your every fucking move, and you locked in. They gonna know what you're doing, what you're spending your money on, every fucking thing. That's called control. That's called new world order of the bozos. Because if
Jay,
these motherfuckers sit around and let them motherfuckers do it, that's what they gonna do. They let them do it.
Yep.
This motherfucker, you see how Trump got bitcoins and shit that he done purchased and got all that shit in. I ain't heard no more about his telephone. I ain't heard no more about them $500,000 visas he been selling motherfuckers. You ain't heard no more about none of that shit. All that shit got quiet.
because Elon deal went through where he got the trillions. That's what they was plotting on, and they was taking whatever they found to use that towards whatever proposal that was. I forgot what it was, but he just signed a deal. They ain't worrying about nothing. They did whatever they said they was going to do. And J Bay, you ain't getting no damn check. Shut up.
No, you ain't.
They say we ain't gonna give nobody no money. Them motherfuckers ain't trying to get shit up. You know?
Shit. He's part of that swap that he's talking about draining.
Yeah. He's the plug.
Right, right.
Teflon Donnie is the plug. Hey,
Hmm.
then guess what? This
Because
motherfucker
whenever he
told
feel
me.
like his support is dwindling,
Yeah,
he always go to the stimulus, or we gonna give away a check, or we gonna do this.
Mm,
This man made a
tell-
whole damn ballroom and did all of this stuff without the consent. You
yeah. Because he thought Lawrence Welk was about to resurrect himself and play in that damn ballroom. That's why he did that.
mhm.
He said it was going to be a gold ballroom. I was like, gold ballroom. I was like, dude, people even had go to ballrooms anymore.
They showed that shit on the news.
That
They
man
just
80.
it's
He
just like
don't
a big
know
ass war
what
zone
he
over there where
doing
he
trying
tore
to do
everything
that.
out. It's just
What?
like a big ass war zone over there where he tore everything out over there today on the news.
Right.
But that man, can you believe this man cloned his dog?
Mhm.
He's been cloning his dog. That makes me wonder how long they been cloning people.
He got a what? Wait.
No,
But we know they cloned it down too. So who's
I'm
to
talking
blame
about
it?
Tom Brady cloning his dog. I'm talking
What?
about Tom Brady cloning his dog, but I'm saying this
Oh
one
yeah.
cloning his dog. Then they probably they've been cloning people too, cause they
Yeah.
putting pig lungs in the people and all this kind of shit. They be doing all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, they
These
made that
motherfuckers
movie
here.
called The Island.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
Oh no, no,
It's
no, you good. That was
it's
the
a
Michael
movie.
Clark Duncan in the island.
It's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie called The Island where they had
Yeah.
complete duplicates of people living underground. They didn't even know, but they was harvesting organs, and they would tell people they would go to the island when the
Mm,
person needed that part of the body or whatever would kill them off. I believe in stuff like that. That's why they've been trying to clone people forever. I just seen something on one of them damn news stations, one of them shits I be watching when they was talking about they clone some kind of DNA without using the egg or sperm. They did something like they didn't crafted something, some kind of fetus. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't us though. I think it was one of the Asians. No, they always find a way of doing shit. So,
Probably the same one been cloning the dogs. That's what
I'm
they be
telling
doing.
you, the
Hey,
motherfucker's so advanced. It's crazy, man.
yeah, yeah, and they were like, well, someone asked me, would you like to be cloned? I was like, hell, one of me is enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
I agree. 100%. We do not need two of you.
I
you
don't,
get
I
two
don't,
me,
I don't
you
want to
get
be
two me's,
cloned.
boy. You get two me's, boy. It's 200% of Quentin Moore all the time, and I don't think the world's ready for that.
Hey,
I
listen,
don't think
I
so
don't
either.
want them to clone me, right? But if they was to ever like put people on the ship and like put us to sleep and wake us up in like a couple years or another, let put me on the ship to let me go search for another planet. I just say that in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put me to
They
sleep.
could have put you aboard the ship that they were sending out to Mars. Where the hell they said that's time going for the next 2 or 3 years somewhere, trying to get there. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
That was some real Star Trek type shit there. All aboard,
yeah,
Captain.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Jennifer
yeah.
Tell you.
Scotty.
Being cryogenically frozen, right?
Yeah, that's what Walt Disney's ass at, ain't it?
Yeah, and I'm like, sir, you being cryogenically frozen is not going to help the situation because you're dead. Once you die, once you die, guess what happens? You get no brain activity. Okay, your hard drive in your brain has died. Okay, there's no rebooting it. There's no you have to replace that some bitch. Okay, the motor in your chest, which is your heart, stops beating. Okay, which means you're not getting blood to various parts of your body when you're dead. And you know what you see when you're dead? You know what you see? You see
How you
absolutely
know what you
nothing.
see when you how you know?
You you see absolutely
You
nothing.
know like you've been there before. Like, how you win?
Shit.
You know what you see when you sleep? What do you see when you sleep? The back of your the back of your motherfucking eyelids. That's what you see.
I be
Hey,
dreaming sometimes and you never dream.
Dream
See something.
dream is a dream is a subconscious portion of the mind. Okay?
But you know
Dreaming
what
is a
I'm saying?
but
Some
when you
people who got
dead,
the
you don't dream. You want to know
different.
why? You want to know why when you dead you don't dream? Because what they do during the autopsy, okay? When they find you dead and they can't determine the cause of death, guess what they do? They cut you open, take out all your organs, weigh them, right? They determine the time. If they can't determine the time of death, they can tell by the way the organs are decomposing. Okay, they also take out your stomach to see what your stomach contents were at time of death. Then guess what they do? They graduate to the head, and what they do, they cut the back of your skull, that soft portion between your where your neck and head connect. They put an incision in there and peel your face back. I know all this because I watch autopsies and I got family
hmm
that's done autopsies, and I've been in the rooms when they
Well,
actually
they
did an
say your
autopsy.
body is a vessel, but the soul never dies. So
well, listen, science is just found 'cause they just announced it yesterday that they had they got the calculation wrong on how long the brain stay conscious after you die, but it stays more conscious longer than they suspect. And they were asking, now the new question is, how long is it, and what does that mean for the autopsy process? It like they
mhm,
thinking some people may now be, you might be dead, but you might still be conscious.
mhm,
Well, that's why there have been instances where they thought the person was dead, and just before they used that bone saw to cut open your breastplate to get to your heart, your lungs, and all of that, to test all of that out. Person woke up. That person wasn't dead. Clinically, he may have been dead, but he wasn't dead. He was in a coma. Yeah, he was in a coma. Now, why I always tell people, what do you see when you sleep? They were like, well, I really don't see anything until deeper portion of sleep. Yeah, it's called rapid eye movement. Your eyes are moving back and forth rapidly. That's what produces those dreams, because it's stirring up a subconscious in your mind. Now, do dogs dream? Yeah, they dream. And most of the time they dream about playing in the grass and hanging out with their owner. That's what they dreaming about, chasing a ball or some shit, some simple shit. We sit up here and talk about, yeah, I had a dream about Mabel, and Mabel, she told me that she liked Herman, and Herman didn't like Mabel, but Herman liked dudes. I'm like, what? And then I would wake up. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Who is Herman? Who is Jew? Who is Herman? Who is this dude that Herman likes? And who is this woman that likes Herman but Herman don't like her? Who are these people?
Dogs are some smart ass animals though.
Yeah, dogs are very intelligent.
Because them son guns can learn all the languages. Spanish, French.
Yeah.
They know everything. Chico, Giga, mama know that. What the hell you tell that little mama? Hey, Chico, Giga.
And no, Jay Jackson, we are not getting the stimulus. Okay, you know the stimulus. You know the stimulus we're getting,
He
Jay.
wasn't listening. He was not listening.
You know the stimulus that we're getting, Jay. We're getting the stimulus that we've been getting for the past year. Okay, the boot in our asses. Okay, that's our stimulus. Because, like I told people, and Bosco has told people, that Project 2025 is the greatest wealth transfer that is happening. And it's happening. Because if you notice, a lot of people are out of work now.
Mm-hmm.
More and more people out of. Some people had to use their 401k to survive, and the government is gonna love that, because that means they get taxed you on it. But what do you do when you have nothing else? What do you do?
Taking my children.
You know what I'm saying? What do you do when you have nothing else? They were like, well, I had to withdraw my 401k to survive off that during my 9 months of being out of work, which wasn't much. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it work, because I'm not about to be homeless. I'm not about to be on the corner with a cup in my hand begging for some fucking change for food when I'm an able-bodied individual. But the job market today is tough, because these corporations, they are the ones who can fix this shit, but they don't want to, because they're greedy. It's about greed. That's why they keep saying, oh yeah, our earnings look really, really great. Yeah, look how many people you released to get to the earnings. Now look how many workers you put out of work to get to those earnings. That's why your earnings are sky high. Yeah. So, it's just, I wish people will wake the fuck up and stop supporting this bullshit. This bullshit ass administration.
But people really think we gonna get them. He talking about before the holiday. We ain't getting nothing, because they haven't even sat down and decided on anything. And to go back to that, like the stimulus and all of that stuff, what they were talking about, they're not trying to do that at all. Number one, they trying to figure out a way to tax the fuck out of everybody because of the shutdown. Then we still might go through another shutdown in January. The only reason was because all the pilots the navigation, they start canceling all them flights. If it wasn't for the airports and the flights being canceled, we would still be in the shutdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they are using the American public as a pawn in this game, and I think the American public is sick of it. And I hope they will. I hope they will wake up. The majority have. The majority are starting to wake up. Rather,
You got
the
your
mon- what? What? Look at me. What?
no. I'm talking about him. Look, he gonna talk about I got mine.
Oh, oh, yeah. He probably did. Shit, I kept looking for mine, and mine ain't hit yet. I guess they forgot a little on me. I ain't got shit.
I don't ever look at mine.
I ain't got shit. But no, the problem is the majority of people are starting to wake up, but it's still not enough people that are waking up. Because you still got these assholes on Facebook, especially that still come on, they love coming on my page trying to start shit with me, and when I shut them down, they got nothing to say. They want to deflect. I was like, nah, don't deflect. You open your mouth to debate with me on my page. So now you're going to get the Quentin Moore treatment. Would you like the hot wax, or would you like the ass kicking session? One's $14.99, the other one's $15.99. I suggest both. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to chew that ass up, spit that ass out, and dare you to reform against me. Because I called your president a pedophile. Well, he is. There's proof that he is. There's emails that he is. I mean, this guy over here is blowing Bubba. Okay? They said that he was blowing Bubba. I was like, who the fuck is Bubba?
You know
I was
what? We
like,
have 5 minutes. We gonna close this out.
yeah. I was like, who is Bubba? I didn't say it's Bill. I was like, wait, he was sucking off Bill Clinton? What? Whoa! Look, that visualization caused me to call out of work on Thursday. I called out. I was like, look, I can't come to work. I'm sick. They were like, well, we'll be in tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be in tomorrow. I just need a day to get this visualization out of my head. Donald Trump putting his mouth on somebody.
Well, I don't want that visual. So anybody else got anything else before we get out of here? Like, how do you even? No, we're not even doing that. Paul.
I don't think there's nothing else to be said.
All right. So with that
Be
being
careful of the
said,
clones. Be careful of the clones.
and let me end tonight's session with we talking about like pedophilia, right? You know, about the old men and young women. Okay. Let me say, okay, fellas, don't date these young women because a lot of them don't wipe right. Okay, they don't wipe right. They, you know, you're supposed to wipe from, you know, from front to back, not from back to front. You can't have boo boo on the clit. That's what make your clit stink. Okay, you need to check that wipe. Check that wipe. Sing along with me. Check that wipe. Check that wipe. Make sure she wipes from front to back Make sure she white from front to back.
And with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. I don't know who was money, but anyway, thank y'all. We appreciate you. Yes. Basics is definitely one of a kind. We will definitely see you guys on Wednesday. It'll be just me, Drew, and Paul, bringing you more stuff, full serious topics or and things that we're going to discuss. I don't know exactly what yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. Of course, thank you, Exit Semantics, for another great Monday. Thank you. Appreciate you kindly.
Yes,
And
sir.
again, tune in on Mondays at 7 p.m. for our
Check.
Monday chat.
Hey, the word of the week is check that white.
Uh, uh, uh,
Check it.
uh.